Hey there YouTube. This I think will be the only show that I do a whole video on. I have another one planned for all the other things I've been watching, but that's coming this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. But today I really want to talk about Persona 4, the animation. I kind of feel like I don't need to summarise this show, but I'll do a brief, non-spoiler recap of what happened in the first episode. 20 seconds tops. Stopwatch. Right, let's see if I can do this. Okay. I'm going to be looking up here at my notes, but I'm gonna time myself just to see if I can get it done in under 15 to 20 seconds. The story follows Yu Narukami, who moves from Tokyo into a town at the back end of nowhere because of circumstances with his parents. He goes to stay with his uncle, Ryotaro, who's a detective and about the cutest girl in the entirety of gaming history, Nanako, his cousin. He starts a new school and hears things about the Midnight Channel, where if you watch it on a rainy day at midnight, it's supposed to show who your soulmate is or something like that. No! Nope, not quite. That's all I'm going to say on it anyway. It's all very creepy, but if you're interested, you can check out more information about this show at my anime list page that I'm going to link down below. I have to say this was a fantastic first episode and I was really, really impressed. It managed to introduce a big set of important characters, starting with Igor and Margaret, as well as Yu, Chie and Yosuke. I'm gonna have a moment here. When Teddy made his appearance towards the end of the first episode, I squealed like a 6-year-old girl. And we already have bear puns. He's lived there since bear ever, you know. No, because he's a bear? Yeah. Cool. Am I the only person who finds those hilarious still? I really, really love Teddy. He's my favourite character in this series and I'm so pleased that they introduced him so quickly and I loved it. It was so great. I'm not going to start calling him Kuma though. I think this episode was really well paced as well. I really thought they would dick around for a couple of episodes before they got to the actual point of this series. But it didn't. It was very to the point and it still managed to show a little bit of Yu's home life where he was like hanging out with Nanako and that was really cool. I think there will be a lot more episodes in the future that focus on the social link aspect of the game, but I'm really looking forward to seeing those. This is just a side point, but I think that this show will end up being a pretty long anime. The only, I guess, issue is the art style. Don't kill me yet, I have reasons. For someone who has at least seen the game being played, the art style is fine. But I get the feeling that there are going to be people who haven't played on the game or seen the game being played who are going to watch this and not like the artwork because it's identical to how it was in the game. There are other shows with better art styles out there, but that being said, I don't think it's going to be an issue for people who have played on the game and really enjoyed it. I'm guessing that's the majority of people who are watching this show because it's a really popular game. Though, I'm going to ask you something, let me know what you thought about the art style down there and whether or not you've played on Persona 4, see how it compares. My YouTube friend Forewarn00, who I will link to at the end of the video, said that the action scenes were incredibly fluid and I really, really agree with that. The action scene that we got in this episode was fantastically done and I really can't wait to see more of them. There are some spoilery fights that I can't wait for. I'm sticking to spoiler free though, so don't worry. The music was basically taken out of the game and I'm really thankful for that. I absolutely loved the music in Persona 4 and it was just phenomenal. It's a great, great soundtrack. All in all, I guess I'm quite surprised by this show. I watched Persona Trinity Soul and I got about 8 episodes into it before I stopped watching it because it just wasn't very good. Though I want to go back to it at some point, it's not something I'm in a rush to see. I never thought it was good from the first episode. I was hoping that it would ease itself into a good story, which it never really did in the 8 episodes that I watched. Persona 4 seemed to take a completely different angle to this and just threw us in there, and things were happening, the interesting things were happening right from the word go. And it was a great start to what I'm hoping will turn out to be a great series. If you've played on Persona 4, you're probably already watching this, so I guess I can't recommend you something that you're already watching. I think if you haven't played on Persona 4 and you have no intention to at this point, but you still want to watch this show, you definitely should. See if you can pick out any foreshadowing. That's all I want to say on this show. It was really great. I definitely recommend you check it out if you haven't already. Down there I'm going to link you to my own My Anime List page, so if you want, feel free to add me and we can chat on there. Thank you for watching and let me know what you thought about the show. So, bye. This is the most awful recording of a video ever. I'm sorry, future me who is editing this.